Good day, DIYers. Today we're going to be replacing both of the sway bar link at the rear and both of the upper ball joints of our 2000 Honda Prelude. I already replaced the sway bar links in the front, so just continue to watch this video and you will also see how we diagnosed the clunking sound in the rear. So these are the bad sway bar links that I have, so I already replaced them. This one already got detached. It's really simple to remove them. You don't have to actually remove the tire as long as you lift your car, put it on jack stands. The old one is the same setup as this one too, so in order for you to remove the nut that holds this entire, you need an Allen wrench to go in here and use necessary open wrench for the nut. The original on this one was a 14mm, but the replacement one is 15. And the bottom, the original one is a 12mm, but the replacement is a 13mm. So we got our new sway bar link now here in front, both sides. I'm doing rear end because the rear end we have a little bit of clunk sound, so the clunking sound at the back could also be eliminated by replacing the rear sway bar links, but I will be doing both of the upper ball joints and I will put my GoPro back somewhere on that area so you can hear the clunking sound, and hopefully I can get a video of it too, so stay tuned. Alright, so we're inside our Honda Prelude and we're gonna do a test drive, so hopefully the GoPro at the back can catch that sound. Let's go. We will be working on our car inside the garage. Just look at that. I think it's about to rain really hard. First thing that you want to do when you're doing the rear sway bar link and the upper ball joint here in the rear, you want to lift up the car, put it on jack stands, and remove the tires. And it's raining. After removing the tires, you want to go ahead and remove the cotter pin here, and you can detach this nut from the upper ball joint. This is 17 millimeter. And then after, you also want to disconnect your sway bar end link. There's a 17 millimeter here on top, and there's also a 17 millimeter at the bottom. They're identical. So I already break this one loose using a power impact wrench, but if this one won't budge, you might have to put an Allen key or Allen wrench here at the middle and then turn this counterclockwise to loosen it up. So this one I will be removing and putting it in a video, and then this side too, when we replace this upper ball joint from this upper control arm, I will attempt it to do it while the upper control arm is still here. So I'll try that. I haven't done that before, but see. Now after removing your end links, you then now want to separate the upper ball joint. I will be using a pickle fork so I can separate this one, and the sledgehammer to tap it down. And we're going to be using ball joint press. After successfully removing the upper ball joint here in the upper control arm, this is the replacement part that we have. This will be easier to install because it's not gonna be pressed on top, but it's gonna be tightened up. So first you want to go ahead and put this one in like so. And this one is adjustable, and I want this side to be on the outer. And then you put the washer on top. The washer is directional, so it's tapered in. The smaller size, or the smaller side, goes down, and the bigger side, which is the one on top, goes on top. So it will sandwich it. Then now you put your 1 1/8 nut on top. And I will leave like that for now, so the alignment guy can adjust it later. And then after that, you just want to tighten up this castle nut. The replacement castle nut on this one is a 16 millimeter. And then after that, you want to go ahead and put your new cotter pin. There you go. And then after securing the upper ball joint, you then now want to connect end link. And this is our replacement end link. The new nut on this one now is an 18 millimeter. Then you can go ahead and install the nut here. But for now, I will just put this one hand tight. I'll let it hang like this because I need to detach the other side. I will tighten this one up once I'm done with the other side. I will probably just show a time lapse of that one too. The procedure that we did here on the driver's side is the same procedure on the passenger side too. So stay tuned. After installing both of our sway bar end links on both sides and both of our upper ball joint, the only thing that we have left to do is to put back the tires and torque it down to 80 foot-pounds. And we're gonna be test driving it tomorrow, so I can put a GoPro at the rear again so we can observe whether those component fix our problem. All right.
One eternity later.
All right, so I waited a couple of days because upon inspecting the lower control arm B ball joint is also worn, so I'm gonna replace the entire assembly. So you have the ball joint nut on this side, and you also have a bolt on the other end, and these are the replacement part that I have. So I will be doing both of the sides, driver side and passenger side. And this is the replacement control arm B. Another good thing about this replacement part, it also has this camber bolt for the rear end, so you can adjust it. I will install this camber bolt that came with the parts, so the alignment guy can align the tires too. Okay, now we're about to remove the lower control arm B. So you want to remove the old cotter pin first. There you go. Once this one is off, you then now want to remove the 17mm on that side too. And then once you remove the 17mm nut, we can just pound this bolt out. Then after securing this lower ball joint, you then now want to tighten up that nut. And then after that, it's highly recommended that you bring your car to the alignment shop so they can align your wheels on the rear. And then once we finish this, I will do a time lapse on the other side, put in our tires, and then do a test drive and find out if that fixes all of the clunking sounds that we have here on the rear end. After securing the passenger sides lower control arm B, now we're about to remove the driver's sides. After replacing both of the lower control arm B on the rear, the only thing that we need to do is to put the tire back on, and let's hit for a test drive.